Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
So what we were doing is day before yesterday.
Chains.
Yes, we defined four sets, partially ordered sets, and then totally ordered sets, chains, right? And then we did some examples, which were chain, which were not chain, which were partially ordered sets, and which were not partially ordered sets, right? So today we are going to do some simple results based on posets. So let us start with our first result. Is this whiteboard visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. The result is show that in a poset P. So when I write P, it means there is partial order relation less than equal to. Okay. There is some partial order relation, but we are not writing it. We are simply writing P. Show that in a poset P, there exists or there does not exist any. There does not exist any A belonging to P such that A is strictly less than A. So how you will prove this fact? It is simple obvious fact, right? कि कोई भी ऐसा एलिमेंट एग्जिस्ट कर नहीं सकता जो खुद से ही छोटा हो, स्ट्रिक्टली छोटा हो खुद से. So how to prove this fact? If I ask you to prove that there does not exist any real number A such that A is smaller than itself, so how you will prove this fact? How you will say? कौन सी प्रॉपर्टी की वजह से हो रहा है ये? It's simple. You have to use two properties, reflexivity and antisymmetric, right? Reflexivity से क्या आएगा कि A is related to A, और फिर antisymmetric से you can bring the equality there. Okay, so let A belonging to P be any arbitrary element. By reflexivity, we know that A is related to A. ठीक है? Now A is related to A का मतलब क्या है? Now A is related to A and A is related to A. So by antisymmetric property, A is equal to A. क्योंकि ये देखो क्या हो रहा है, इसको A मानो, इसको B मानो, इसको B मानो, इसको A मानो. So A is related to B, B is related to A. So that means A is equal to B. Clear? Is it clear? It was simple. Because we have proved for any A belonging to P, so since A belonging to P was arbitrary, it follows that there does not exist any A belonging to P such that A is strictly less than A. A strictly less than A का मतलब क्या है? A is related to A, but A is not equal to, right? A is strictly less than A. ठीक है? Is it clear? Is this result clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
It was simple. So इस तरह के ही proof लिखने होंगे तुम्हें, इस तरह से ही construct करना होगा. Now next result, it is also simple result. Let P be a poset, partially ordered set, if there exists A, B, C belonging to P such that A is strictly less than B and B is strictly less than C, then A is strictly less than C. So how you will prove this fact? Can someone give me a proof for this? हमें क्या show करना है? We have to show that A is related to C and A is not equal to C. So why A will be related to C?
A transitive property.
Yes, transitivity से A will be related to C. And why A is not equal to C? अगर A equal to C हो जाएगा तो क्या होगा?
A must be equal to B or B must be equal to C.
देखो, since A is strictly less than B and B is strictly less than C, so it follows that A is related to B, A not equal to B, and B is related to C, B not equal to C. Now, by transitivity, by transitivity, A is related to C because A is related to B and B is related to C. Now, if A is equal to C, then as A is related to B and B is related to C, which is equal to A, so it implies this implies A is related to B and B is related to A since C is equal to A. Okay, and what does this imply? This implies A is equal to B by एंटी सिमेट्रिक प्रॉपर्टी. ठीक है, हमें तीन प्रॉपर्टीज है, उन्हीं का यूज करना है किसी तरह. एंटी सिमेट्रिक प्रॉपर्टी. अगर A इक्वल टू C हो जाता है तो बिकॉज A इज रिलेटेड टू B एंड B इज रिलेटेड टू C, सो दिस इंप्लाइज B इज रिलेटेड टू A. ठीक है, एंड B इज रिलेटेड टू A का मतलब क्या हो गया कि A इज इक्वल टू B, सो which is a contradiction, which is a contradiction to the fact that A is not equal to B. Hence, A is not equal to C. Thus, A is related to C and A not equal to C. That is, A is smaller than C. Is that clear? Is this proof clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it was simple proof. So ये थोड़ा वो माइंड को यूज करना है, देन वी विल बी एबल टू प्रूव दीज सिंपल फैक्ट्स, क्योंकि हमें तीन ही प्रॉपर्टीज है हमारे पास, रिफ्लेक्सिविटी, एंटीसिमेट्रिक और ट्रांजिटिविटी. इन्हीं तीनों का यूज करना है बार बार किसी तरह. ठीक है, और कुछ नहीं कर सकते हम. Next, we are going to prove that chain is an inherent. इनहेरेंट का मतलब क्या होता है? किसी चीज को इनहेरिट करना, उसका मतलब क्या होता है? यस, कि अपने पूर्वजों से या अपने किसी उनसे एक्वायर करना समथिंग, राइट? इज इट राइट?
Yes, sir.
यस. सो यहाँ पे अगर हम कह रहे हैं कि चेन इज एन इनहेरेंट प्रॉपर्टी, so इट मींस कि अगर कोई किसी सेट के पास कोई प्रॉपर्टी है तो उसकी सारी सबसेट्स के पास भी सेम प्रॉपर्टी होगी. ठीक है, ओके. So we start with this. Let me result. Let P be a chain. So this P is any chain, okay? And S be any non-empty subset of P. And S be any non-empty subset of P. So P को या तो इस यहाँ पे क्योंकि वे नीड रिलेशन, सो इसको रिलेशन को नोटेट भी कर देते हैं. Let P be a chain and S be any non-empty subset of P. Then S is also a chain. Then S is also a chain. So how you will prove this? S is a chain. क्या होती है definition chain की?
Every pair of elements of P is related to each other.
हाँ वो P तो chain है. अब हमें show करना है S is a chain. So हमें क्या show करना होगा? Every pair of elements in S are comparable, right? So we will pick any two arbitrary elements in S. So let A be belonging to S be any two elements. Okay. So how you will show that these two are comparable? You are given that P is a chain.
Either A is related to B or B is related to A.
No,
Sir,
why?
since S is a subset of P, AB also belongs to P.
Yes. Since S is a subset of P, so AB belongs to P. Now as P is a chain and AB belongs to P, it follows that either A is related to B or B is related to A. Okay? So this implies since AB belonging to S were arbitrary, since AB belonging to S were arbitrary, it follows that S is a chain. फाइन सिंपल. बस कि ये क्योंकि S P के अंदर है, सो A भी P के अंदर आ जाएंगे, और P के अंदर आ गए तो P तो चेन है, सो इट दे आर कंपेरेबल, सो S इज आल्सो चेन. ठीक है, सिंपल. अच्छा, सो अभी तक हमने कुछ नोटेशंस कर लिए हैं, सो दैट वी आर गोइंग टू यूज. नोटेशंस इन पोसेट्स एक बार लिख लेते हैं क्या क्या कर लिया है, क्योंकि ये नोटेशन याद रखनी है हमें. सो फर्स्ट इज A is related to B. Then this is A is related to B and A not equal to B. Third, A is not related to B, so A is not related to B. ठीक है. फोर्थ, और क्या क्या नोटेशंस है हमारे पास, एक कंपेरेबल का है, पैरेलल वाली लाइन से A and B are comparable, that is either A is related to B or B is related. So हम कई बार ये लिख देंगे सीधे A is comparable with B. ठीक है. अच्छा सॉरी, दिस इज फॉर नॉन, आई थिंक नॉन कंपेरेबल के लिए है ये. This parallel sign is for not comparable. Okay, So not comparable. A and B are not comparable. That is, neither A is related to B nor B is related to. Fine. So we have defined strict, we have defined, yes. We have seen chains, and now anti-chain. Anti-chain क्या होगा? What should be the definition of anti-chain? Chain definition क्या है? Opposite P is said to be an anti-chain if क्या होगा? No two elements in P are comparable. ठीक है, कोई भी दो एलिमेंट्स कंपेरेबल नहीं है. दैट इज if am I audible, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I got disconnected. There was some network issue. Okay, so is the whiteboard still visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
what are anti-chains? Anti-chains are extreme opposite of chains. Chain में क्या होता है? Every pair of elements are comparable. In anti-chains, every pair of elements are not comparable. ठीक है? That is, no two elements in P are comparable. That is, two elements are comparable if and only if they are equal. Otherwise, कोई भी दो unequal elements are not comparable. ठीक है? Is this definition clear? Anti-chains.
Yes, sir.
So for any chain P, we denote by P bar the anti-chain of P. Okay. So for any chain P, we denote by P bar. We denote by P bar the anti-chain with set P. ठीक है? अंडरलाइंग सेट P रहेगा, लेकिन P बार में क्या होगा? नो टू एलिमेंट्स आर कंपेरेबल, एंड P में क्या होगा? एवरी पेयर ऑफ एलिमेंट आर कंपेरेबल. ठीक है? सो P बार डिनोट्स द एंटी चेन. अगर P चेन है तो उसका कॉम्प्लीमेंट लेना है. दैट मींस P बार डिनोट्स द एंटी चेन. ठीक है? दिस इज also a notation. Okay, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let P equal to another notation. This is also notation only. Let P equal to 1, 2, 3 up to n minus 1. इसको ये सेट भी लिखते हैं कई बुक्स में. ठीक है? Natural numbers from 1 to n minus 1. Sorry, 0 to n minus 1. 0 भी लेते हैं. So इसको let P equal to 0 to n minus 1. P is equal to 0 to n minus 1. Then n. So this n is bold n. Okay, So कैसे करें बोल्ड, हम इसको कर देंगे, ठीक है, because we are not able to denote bolden. So this, then n denotes the chain, p, this, where order is given as denotes the chain where this is usual less than equal to, ठीक है. So 0 is strictly related to 1, 1 is related to 2, 2 is related to 3, 3 is related to 4 and so on, right? Is it clear? So इस chain को हम, ये जो chain है हमारा p this where ये this is usual relation, इसको हम bold n से denote करते हैं, ठीक है, bold n या bracket n. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So then by n bar and this n bar या bold n, जैसे कभी bold n bar, ठीक है, this denotes the anti-chain with p as the underlying set, ठीक है. इसमें तो कोई ऑर्डर है ही नहीं, कोई भी रिलेटेड नहीं है एलिमेंट, तो बस अंडरलाइंग सेट का मेन इंपॉर्टेंस है कि अंडरलाइंग सेट क्या है, ठीक है, बिकॉज नो टू एलिमेंट्स आर रिलेटेड. Okay, give me an example of a anti-chain. कोई ऐसा रिलेशन बताओ, कोई ऐसा सेट बताओ एंड देन ऐसा रिलेशन दैट becomes an anti-chain. Yes. सिंपल है, कोई सिंपल सा जो तुमने पढ़ा हो.
Sir, we can take a subset of complex number ai where a is not equal to 0.
Where
A is not equal to 0.
a plus bi where a is not equal to 0. Yeah, ai.
No, sir. Only ai.
Okay. So you are saying purely imaginary terms,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And then what is the relation that you are taking?
Sir, less than equal to.
Okay, usual less than equal to. Fine. So let s be equal to ai where a is any real number, okay, and a is not equal to 0. So that is s is set of all purely imaginary complex numbers, right? Then s with usual less than equal to is a chain. Oh, sorry, anti-chain. Yes, another example that you can think of. if I take let P be the set of all prime numbers, and what operation we should take? Then P with divisibility is an anti-chain, right? Right? क्योंकि नो नंबर डिवाइड्स द अदर, कोई भी ऐसे दो पेयर मिलेंगे नहीं जो एक दूसरे को डिवाइड करते हो, कोई राइट?
Sir, in case of example number 2, will P be a poset?
Because reflexivity is there, every number divides itself, right?
Yes, sir.
So every number divides itself, so it is reflexivity is there. Now when you talk about antisymmetric, so for antisymmetric you look for two elements such that A is related to B and B is related to A, right?
Yes, sir.
So A divides B, B divides A, so this implies A is equal to B, ठीक है? And for but in इस केस में दो नॉन इक्वल एग्जिस्ट करेंगे ही नहीं, ठीक है? And when you look for transitivity, A is related to B and B is related to C. Again A, B और C तीनों A ही होंगे यहाँ पे, और कोई हो ही नहीं सकता. So trivially they are, it is being satisfied, ठीक है? तुम्हें ये डाउट आ रहा होगा ना कि ऐसे A, B और C एग्जिस्ट करेंगे कि नहीं करेंगे, राइट? You must be thinking क्योंकि कोई डिवाइड तो करता ही नहीं है, तो एग्जिस्ट करेंगे कि नहीं करेंगे. बट हम तो ये बात कर रहे हैं ना यहाँ पे रिलेटेड की. सो वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट इफ सच एन एलिमेंट्स एग्जिस्ट, तो यहाँ पे तो एग्जिस्ट करेगा ही नहीं, ठीक है? नॉन इक्वल वाले करेंगे ही नहीं. तो ए बी यहाँ पे ऑल दीज थ्री एलिमेंट्स आर बेसिकली ए बी एंड सी आर ऑल इक्वल, तभी ये ऐसे एलिमेंट्स करेंगे. उस केस में ए इज रिलेटेड टू सी, ठीक है ना? और बाकी ये डिवीजन इज ट्रांजिटिविटी. डिवीजन जो मैंने बताया था कि कोई भी सेट ले लो विद डिवीजन इट विल सेटिस्फाई, क्योंकि वी आर नॉट यूजिंग प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ, अगर इफ यू कैन सी कोई भी सेट लेते हैं P विद डिवीजन, ठीक है? सो वी टॉक अबाउट, क्योंकि एवरी नंबर डिवाइड्स इटसेल्फ, सो वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग, वी डू नॉट कंसीडर द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ दिस P, वी जस्ट टॉक इन जनरल कि एवरी नंबर डिवाइड्स इटसेल्फ, सो इसलिए रिफ्लेक्सिविटी हो जाएगा. अगर A डिवाइड करता है B को एंड B डिवाइड करता है C को, ओ सॉरी A को, तो देन बोथ आर इक्वल. We are not using any property of P, and if A is related to B and B is related to C, if है, so ऐसे element exist करने चाहिए, so then A will be related to C. So all these are conditional statements. So if such an element exists, तो अगर exist करेगा तो equal हो जाएंगे, अगर exist करेगा तो ये related हो जाएंगे, ठीक है? So अगर नहीं exist कर रहा है तो the condition is being trivially satisfied. Okay?
Yes, sir.
अगर कहीं पे जैसे इफ जो भी कंडीशन इफ से स्टार्ट होती है कि इफ दिस विल हैपन देन दिस, ओके, अगर ये इस तरह की कंडीशन है, तो अगर ऐसा कुछ एग्जिस्ट नहीं कर रहा तो दैट मींस कि द कंडीशन इज बीइंग ट्रिवियली सेटिस्फाइड, उसको हम मानते हैं कि वो ट्रिवियली सेटिस्फाई हो गया है, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So so these two examples are enough for anti-chains. So how much time is there? Okay, we have 10 minutes, so we can define this. Okay, we have one more notation. And not denotes the set n union 0. Okay, so that is set of all whole numbers. ठीक है, इसे whole numbers भी कहते हैं. Okay. So now we can define order isomorphisms. Isomorphism क्या होता है ग्रुप में? ऑर्डर isomorphisms क्या होता है ग्रुप में? या
A map, a map,
map?
which is operation preserving and bijective.
Yes, a bijective map which is operation preserving. यहाँ पे order isomorphism बोल रहे हैं, तो what should be the definition? Yes. ऑर्डर आइसोमॉर्फिज्म यहाँ पे क्या है? पोसेट्स है. पोसेट्स में क्या ऑपरेशन? रिलेशन है हमारा. सो इट शुड प्रिजर्व द रिलेशन. दैट मीन्स इट शुड प्रिजर्व द ऑर्डर. ठीक है. सो लेट P and Q be two partially ordered sets. Okay. So they have different, they may have same partial order relation or different partial order relation. Okay. So be two ordered sets. Then we say then a function, a bijective function phi from P to Q is said to be an order isomorphism if phi is order preserving. ठीक है. That is for any xy belonging to P, x is related to y if and only if phi x is related to phi y. Okay. So it preserves the order both way. If for any xy belonging to P, x is related to y if and only if phi x is related to phi y. ठीक है. Is definition clear? For any xy belonging to P, x is related to y if and only if phi x is related to phi y. Fine.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. सो बाइजेक्टिव फंक्शन है, बट यू कैन ड्रॉप द बाइजेक्टिवनेस और बस ऑन टू फंक्शन से भी आ जाएगा, क्योंकि एंटी सिमेट्रिक और रिफ्लेक्सिविटी के वजह से बाइजेक्टिवनेस वो 1 1 अपने आप आ जाता है. ठीक है. सो अ सर्जेक्टिव फंक्शन यू कैन से. ठीक है. सर्जेक्टिव फंक्शन, क्योंकि बाइजेक्टिव अपने आप हो जाता है. सो रिमार्क an order isomorphism ठीक है, इसलिए डेफिनेशन में से हटा दिया बाइजेक्टिव टर्म, क्योंकि वो बाय डिफॉल्ट बाइजेक्टिव हो जाता है. A surjective function, so an order isomorphism is necessarily bijective. इसका प्रूफ कर लेते हैं. Let phi from P to Q be an order isomorphism. ठीक है, be an order isomorphism to show phi is bijective, that is phi is injective, since phi is surjective, it is given, right? This fact is given because by definition an order isomorphism is surjective, so we have to show it is injective. So let xy belonging to P be such that phi x is equal to phi y. So हमें शो करना है x equal to y. कैसे आएगा x equal to y, बताओ. How you will prove that x is equal to y?
By antisymmetric property, phi x is related to phi y and phi y is related to phi x.
Yes.
And by order preserving property,
X, yes, x is related to y and y is related to x, so x will be equal to y. Okay, so by anti या इक्वालिटी से तो वही आ जाता है, बाय एंटीसिमेट्रिक प्रॉपर्टी. एंटीसिमेट्रिक अभी यूज करने की जरूरत नहीं है. सो सिंस phi x is equal to phi y, so this implies phi x is related to phi y and phi y is related to phi x, right? And this implies x is related to y and y is related to x, since phi is order isomorphism. ठीक है, and this implies x is equal to by anti symmetric property. Okay, so hence phi is injective function. So every order isomorphism is necessarily bijective. लेकिन surjective हम लेके चलते हैं, surjective नहीं आता. So a surjective function is said to be an order isomorphism if for any xy belonging to P, x is related to y if and only phi x is related to phi y. और वो necessarily bijective बन जाता है because of antisymmetric property. ठीक है, so हमें injectiveness लेके चलने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती, वो by default आ जाती है. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have seen that every order isomorphism is injective. So we have seen that every order isomorphism is bijective, but not every bijective function is order isomorphism. ठीक है, so example क्या होगा? So example for this, we take let P equal to Q equal to 2. ठीक है, बोल 2 का मतलब क्या है?
0,1 सेट
0,1
ठीक है, so it is 0,1 with usual less than equal to. ठीक है, अभी 1-2 बार तो लिख रहे हैं, कई बार नहीं लिखेंगे तो ध्यान रखना है इसका, 2 या 3, सो या और बोल्ड कर देते हैं इसे. ठीक है, this is fine. Okay, so P is equal to Q is equal to 2, bold 2, that means it is 0,1 with usual less than equal to. Define a function which is bijective, so define phi from P to Q as phi of 0 should go to 1 and phi of 1 should go to 0. Then clearly phi is bijective, right? Here 0 is related to 1, but phi of 0 is not related to phi of 1. ठीक है, क्योंकि phi of 0 is 1 and phi of 1 is 0, so phi is not an order isomorphism. Thus phi is not an order isomorphism. Is it fine?
yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. अब 2 रिजल्ट प्रूव करके आना. ठीक है, एक तो क्वेश्चन शो दैट and not with usual less than equal to is, या इसको ऐसे लिख देते हैं, and not is order isomorphic to n, where this denotes usual less than equal to. ठीक है, and second, show that let P and Q two posets and phi from P to Q be an order isomorphism. Show that phi inverse from Q to P is also an order isomorphism. ठीक है, that is inverse of an order isomorphism is an order isomorphism. ठीक है, so this you have to show. ये दोनों करके आ जाना, ये सिंपल प्रूफ से. इसमें you will have to define a bijective function that is an order, that is also an order isomorphism. So and not से n पे एक मैप डिफाइन करना है, और यहाँ पे you will have to show that this phi inverse is an order isomorphism. ठीक है? This much is enough for today. Anyone wants to ask any question? Okay, so since there are no questions, so I am ending this class. Okay, so bye everyone. We meet
Thank you,
tomorrow.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.